Hello, my stamping friends. It's Marilyn here at Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you from a very cold Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. Just hopping on here today to share a couple things with you that I have learned over the years about mounting cling stamps. And those stamps are the ones that we call a red rubber stamp. They do have labels that go on them, and sometimes we have a bit of difficulty putting those labels on. And I have a new set here from the mini catalog that I have to put labels on, and I thought I would just hop on, spur of the moment video, and also testing out my new streaming part to make sure that it's going to work well for my Facebook Live tomorrow night. So I'm going to add my desktop screen. Let me see if I can figure that out. And there's my desktop. And you can still see me in the corner there, and I want to see how that works, if it's better, worse, or different, or whatever. So I'm going to carry on and just show you how I do mount my stamps. So as you can see, if I quit putting glare on it, I have Playing in the Rain stamp set. It's a cute little set, and it is a cling stamp set, which to me is red rubber. And when you get a stamp set, you have labels. You have the stamps in red rubber and punched out. They're not out like this one is. This one I did label. What I do with mine is I take them out of here and don't save this outside piece, and then just stick them on here, and then I can turn my case over and look at them here. So that's what I do with them. They do come with instructions on how to mount them, and I never looked at that until just now, but perhaps no, I don't think so. It's not showing you the way I'm going to show you. But anyway, I also have a clear block. And when I pulled this out of the drawer, I thought, oh my, it really does need cleaning. So I'm going to have to do that pretty soon as well. So I like to take all of my stamps and just take them out of the base. And I see there's a couple of you on here watching me. Thank you for joining on this spur of the moment thing. And comments, questions, anything, welcome. If I don't see your comments on here as I'm going, I will certainly come back and answer any questions you have otherwise. But good to see you here. So these are easy to take out. I know that sometimes we find they aren't trimmed very well along the edges, and you're not quite sure where it's going to stamp. I personally haven't found that a big issue. Therefore, I do not trim them more. I might more so on a word set like this, that I would want to make sure that the words are where I want them to be. So just to let you know that you can. We did have for a while with Stampin' Up a while ago, we had special scissors for cutting rubber, because we did have to trim them before we could use them. And I do still have those, but like I say, I haven't done any of that with this. So I'll just show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go first of all to my labels, and I want to pick whichever one. But instead of peeling it, normally you would peel it here, you would take this and put it on and hope to gosh it's right. But I found this way to be much easier. If I peel it so that it totally comes off, there's my cute little bunny, and I'm going to put it on the clear block, just like that. I have my Take Your Pick tool, and with it, I can pick up the edges and peel them off like that. So this is very, very sticky now. And that is where I want this to be. This also has a layer of paper on it. So if you peel it off, you will have the foam layer. I still don't want to do it this way. I want to take this and put it down, and then I'm going to take this and line it up as best I can without, and just slowly lower it so that I can see all the edges, and then push it down, and it's mounted perfectly. Now I can peel label and stamp off and place it in my case. The other thing that I have read, and I haven't remembered to do it, but it is take, no, I don't know if I have one. No, where do you? With the red rubber stamps, they have a coating on them of some sort. So they might accept ink better if you do rub an eraser over them, like such. And I can't feel any grit left from the eraser. This is a Tombow sand eraser. I think probably most craft stores or Staples kind of stores in our part of the country, you can get one of these, or probably good old Amazon. Amazon has most everything us crafters need, doesn't it? So I'm just going to do that before I go any further. Just thought of that. And I will go to this one because I haven't used it yet. And like I say, there's no dust, eraser dust, but it does take that film off. The other thing to do with your photopolymer ones is to use a Versamark ink and go over them before you use them. And that will help keep the discoloration from the photopolymer. Again, I have not done that. I don't find it a big deal to have them colored. But if it bothers you, that is another trick that you can do. So again, I've got my label on here. I'm going to peel this off. I'm going to lay it down and hope it's the right one. It's not. Did I do? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, just turn up more. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but as I'm lowering it, I can see all the edges. And then I can just, because I've got the dark surface behind it, I can see where to lay it. And that one isn't quite perfect, but it's much better than if I tried to do it the old-fashioned way. So I'm just going to continue on. I'm looking for your comments, and I don't see any. But if you have comments, questions, concerns, please leave them there, and I will certainly chat with you one way or the other, whether it is on here or whether it is after the fact when I go back to read it. So again, here's my little turtle guy. I'm just going to try and put it where I can show you exactly what I'm doing. And there he is. Isn't he cute? I did not buy the dies to go with this, and I'm still, I think the jury is out on that one. I'm not quite sure if I should or shouldn't. What do you think? Do you have the dies? Hello, Catherine. Do you have this set, and do you have the dies for it? Is it worth getting the dies for? I bought the paper, and I did have it in a paper share, so I don't have a lot of it left. I know I can get some more, but I was kind of holding off on the dies because of the price. So again, check and make sure it's going the right way. Most of these, when you do this, there's only one shape, only one way they can go. Can you tell I'm holding my tongue a certain way to do that? Welcome, Teresa. Welcome, Teresa. Just want to see if I can do this while I'm doing all of this at the same time. Teresa says, thanks for the tip. Looks so much easier than to line the labels up. I certainly find it is, Teresa. So hopefully it helps you as well. Catherine does not have the dies for this. And Betty, this is how I mount. Oh, I'll just share that one rather than just read it. This is how I mount my stamps. No stamp case goes on my shelf until they're mounted. Most of the time that happens in my case, Betty, as well. except that if I'm behind the 8 ball with trying to get something done. And I need it, which is what happened here, why I only had one of them mounted before. So, Betty, I don't know if you were on here. I have used the dies a lot, worth the cost. Thank you. That's what I was just going to ask. Betty is joining us from YouTube. So those of you on Facebook won't be able to see her comments. So that's why I like to spotlight them like that, if at all possible. Okay, now my flowers go this way. Just double check that when I get to the words. And most of the time, like I bring out a big block like this because I've got bigger stamps. On these smaller ones, you could certainly use a smaller one. But it really doesn't matter as long as it's a clear block so you can see through what you're doing. So here is, and you can, it's not hard to peel these off if you just do this kind of thing with them. This is my one with the words, rainy. Not very smart. Turn it over to read it when the label's still here, right? Okay, so I have rainy. My rainy is going to go that way, so this way. Rainy days are better with you. And that's with all of you. Those of you watching the replay. And today's not a rainy day here, it's a snowy day. And I just saw Betty's post of great amount of snow that she has in her part of Alberta. So I'm kind of glad I'm not there, Betty. Other than being able to stamp together, that would be pretty awesome. But so these are raindrops. So just a few. So are you guys busy stamping today? Is it a cloudy, rainy day or snowy day where you are? Rain on the brain when I'm with this stamp set. Now, this one's got to go this way. And I'm going to it's in the way. Line it up that way. Looks like I have to move some of these to get them all to fit again. Then I have this one. This is the umbrella. So, what about celebration? Have you all managed to get your orders in? I understand, I had a call earlier today from a customer saying that some of the items were sold out. And that's not a good thing, is it? If you were waiting and waiting, thinking, oh, I'll wait till the end of the month or wait till that credit card bill is rolled forward to the next month, and now you can't get it. So always be aware of that everything is while supplies last, right? So just going to change that up a little bit. I'm getting ready for black and white class. That's good. I am too, Betty. Oops, that one apart before I got the label. Okay, and you can see the labels on either side. So I always double check before I throw that piece away, obviously, that I've got them all. And of course, the other thing that you can do, I think it matters which way this one goes as long as my shape's right, is to look on the front of the case. And there we go. I have got them all mounted. So the front of the case does show you that I have 10 stamps. So once I've got those done, I can 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got them all. So, and that's how they show through the back. So thank you ever so much for hopping on to say hi today, those of you who did, and I appreciate you being here. To me, it looks like I've got a much better streaming thing happening here, and I'm hoping it will stay. We'll check it out again tomorrow night. So thanks again. Take care.